Where to begin?
The start, I guess.
Why are you so logical?
Frickin', it was confirmed that he is a blue Nitro. She,
It.
he, it.
It. I call it it.
Yeah, it
It
is a
is a
blue
thing.
Nitro, so yay.
And just the look on Kaka's face when it came, like, not to, like, what the hell? Where's the real Komatsu? And then he's like, wait, where's the penguin?
Mm-hmm.
Which I forgot the penguin even came with them to the gourmet world.
Right.
And then the friggin' den shark's, convenient ability suddenly wears off,
Right.
which, now, this brings up the question. Is it possible the Komatsu never even left the bottom of the mountain?
I think that's very probable.
Or who knows where he is? Who? Where? Because with Coco's poison dolls, there's like OP.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see, it wouldn't be so bad. See, the idea of the poison dolls isn't that bad, but when you give them to a character who can somewhat predict the future, that just makes it unfair.
Yeah.
Like, I remember back when Coco first got introduced, and his whole, like, you know future sight thing was like a gimmick almost.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then now it's like he uses it to predict when he needs to create poison dolls.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's OP.
Yep. And then after that, the Den Shark's convenient ability wears off, so it starts to feel the effects of the gravity,
Mm-hmm.
which briefly throws Kaka off, but it then quickly throws it off. And just the look, that stare it gave when it said, "If you get in my way, I will eat you," to the friggin' Terry, Kiss, and Quinn, who also gave a very angry look at it.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, you knew when you just knew it's going down. There's going to be a battle. For once, Terry, Kiss, and Quinn are going to get their own fight.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see that.
But then we get to the main fight, which is the battle. The battle against, or should I say, the dance with the Monkey King.
Mm-hmm.
And this is definitely gets interesting because they reiterate the fact that the only way they could survive, any of them could survive performing this dance, is by all four of them using their aligning their cells together,
Mm-hmm.
synchronizing all their cells. And I love how we got to see the look at the camera panel again,
Oh yeah.
and we got to see that funny face of Zebra's.
Yeah.
And then
But ultimately they fail because the last tile was taken
and this
away, so they like Coco couldn't really like predict the future because he or see the electromagnetic waves because it wasn't like broken, it was literally taken away.
which was probably, as I stated on the forum, their food luck can only take them so far.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Coco even found those was a stroke of luck.
Yeah.
So, and that was also a little weird that, oh, I can read the electromagnetic waves of the broken pieces and to figure out what the picture was.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed a little out there for me, even for Toriko.
Yeah, the whole electromagnetic waves thing was always shady to begin with.
And then, so then it's like, so then he's like, all right, I'm going to use my precog to predict what the Monkey King's going to do in the last maneuver, so that way I can then have us do it. But then the Monkey King just stops and doesn't do anything, and then acts disappointed,
Hmm.
which most likely means that the final move was supposed to be made by them and not Bambina, or both of them together. It was just them.
Yeah, there was that, and I also thought there was a possibility that like perhaps he stopped on purpose in order so that they would keep going, so that he wouldn't like the fun wouldn't stop or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe, but then that would have been interest. That could have been possible if he didn't then try to eat them
Right.
immediately afterwards. Like if he stopped on purpose so that way it would be messed up and they would have to start over again. That's one thing. But then he stopped, looked at disappointed, and then got pissed at them and tried to eat them.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So it's obvious that the last move probably was something they were supposed to do to him, or they were supposed to initiate, at least.
Yeah.
And he was going to then react to it or in a certain way. Of course, the one thing I was disappointed about this was they didn't show. We didn't get to see them doing the fusion ha part,
Right.
which I wanted to see because that would have been hilarious
Yeah.
to watch. And then we get to the strangest. I mean, there were some weird parts, especially the one part about the sound and smell coming back.
Mhm.
But the end was, I was like scratching my head there. Like they synchronized their cells so well that their four arms literally fused together to form a giant arm. And then they proceed to do an Embu enhanced punch to Bambina that actually looked like it did some major damage.
Yeah.
Because I swear I saw some blood coming from Bambina.
There is blood. And that was surprising. So, apparently, I guess, I mean, that had to have been a very strong punch, especially they all use their gourmet monsters.
No, they don't.
They did. Their arms
fused together.
Looked like they also started to partially transform.
No, they can't, because remember, if they activated their gourmet monsters, they would then be unable to use Embu, because their cells would become out of sync.
I wonder about that, though. I was wondering, maybe there's, like, if you do it just the last second, once it's already synced up, I don't know.
I don't know, because
maybe now it almost looks like they did it, but
it's
because their arm, like the shade of their arm changes, and then it
but I thought
fuses.
that had something to do with the fact that their arms were combining.
I'm guessing. I mean, that's possible, but it like I don't know. It's weird. The shading looked weird.
Yeah.
And yeah, but that 240, the Shiteno Seiken was.
Well, see, Now, here's something I wanted to point out about the one panel you see the gourmet monsters, and it says this. The gourmet cell demon gently became entranced, as if reminiscing about that sensation like it was something they once had, in reference to the previous panel, which said it felt like the world was spinning just for this moment. The four heavenly kings got a taste of the sensation of a king.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible that maybe, just maybe, that the final, that in doing this dance, they might have gained some sort of control, maybe for a brief second, a few seconds, over their gourmet monsters enough that they could still, you know, what was interesting was before they go for the combined attack, you have friggin' Zebra saying, "Put your shields up," and does a friggin' explosive echo voice attack, which nearly destroys the hair cage. Then Bambina's just like, "Nope," and he still tries to eat them. See, look, I'm looking at it now, and their hands are changing color as their arms combine. And when you see them throwing the punch, the part of their arms that haven't combined with the others are still the same color.
Yeah.
So, but just the name of their attack was pretty cool. Friggin' Monkey Martial Arts 4 Heavenly Kings True Fist.
Or Shitano Seiken.
Whatever. I can't. Whatever. Point is that it was awesome looking, and it actually did damage to the. And it looks like major damage. How much? We'll have to wait till next week to find out how much it actually did.
Yep.
Is it possible that maybe this was the last part of the dance? Maybe the last part of the dance is to punch Bambina. Who knows? That's where their food luck would come in.
Right.
Where the last part of the dance is them having to punch Bambina.
Mm-hmm.
Or because they are with only having ingested one of Akashia's full course ingredients, they're still not ready to beat one of the 8 kings.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way it beat him, and they won't.
No.
But the fact of the matter is that knowing, Mitsutoshi and his whole food luck, that this is the final maneuver they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely a very good chapter.
Yeah. Definitely.
Was thoroughly entertained.
Yeah, same.